Good morning, Haggerty Facebook. Brad Phillips here with Haggerty. We are at Amelia Island for the week. Today is the Concours de Lemons. We've done this thing at different places. This is a celebration of the oddball, of the insane, of the weird. Sometimes the people are as strange as the vehicles. But where else can you go where you can sit in the back of a pickup truck on the island here in Florida on a nice couch? If it was later in the day, I might have a fine adult beverage out of that cooler there, but right now we're still working on coffee. Thought we'd walk around, we'd look at some cars, show you guys some of the stuff that's here. So I'm gonna see if I can fall off the back of this truck and we'll wander around a little bit. Meet some interesting people. See if I can do this. The knees, good. Actually, we can start right here, because this is easy.
But it works.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You brought a, what is this?
I brought home with me.
You brought home with you?
This is a 75 Argosy 26 motorhome.
An Argosy 26 motorhome.
Yes, it's disguised. It's actually an Airstream, but they didn't want to call it that,
Okay.
so they badged it as an Argosy and painted it.
So you were talking earlier about this. It's got a big block and it's punched out, the 468.
That's correct.
That's pretty mean.
Yeah. It doesn't want for power.
Yeah.
It does want for oil, but not power.
I got one of those. And you're going to Bike Week, so this.
That's right. We're on our way.
Yeah. So you're going to run that, and that's an 81 Yamaha, I think you said.
81 Yamaha SR250.
Cool. And
Yeah.
I thought you'd kind of done the rat rod treatment to the bike, but you're like, no, that's just kind of what happened to it.
Nature made it look
Yeah,
like
nature.
that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for bringing the motor home. We're sweeping around.
All right. Good chatting with you.
Sure. So as usual at Lemons, we break things up into classes. So this is American stuff sort of bending around here. You've got your Germans, of course we call it the self-satisfied Krautenwagens or something like that. We've got Japanese soul-sucking appliances. We have Italian cars. Now what's funny about the Italian stuff, I think there's one Italian, and it's something I've never seen before, so that's going to be kind of cool. Is this a Ford Escort?
Ford Escort,
if I'm not
92.
mistaken?
92 Ford Escort.
92, well...
64,000 miles on it.
Only 64?
Yeah.
It should look better than this.
It sits a lot. So,
It does.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Lexington, South Carolina.
Okay, so how many miles is that?
Drove it 4.5 hours down here.
All right.
I hope it makes it back.
So that's a couple hundred miles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing your Escort.
Thank you.
You got any special family history with this or anything? Or?
No, somebody gave it to me to make it into a race car.
They gave it to him to make into a race car.
So that's why it's got the future race car on the back of it.
Future race car.
Eventually it's going to be a Lemons race car.
Yeah, so you're big into Lemons
Yes.
racing,
Yes.
which is a cheap racing series. It's a lot of fun. So have you done that before with other folks?
Been doing it for 6 years, yeah. So
Most fun you can have.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
That's great. Cool. Well, we wish you luck.
Thank you.
See this crash on a racetrack near you. Now we have a truck. These are lovely owners of the truck that we were sitting in the back of on the couch. Thanks, that's the most comfortable I've been all day.
Well, yeah.
I see we are enjoying a banquet beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Concours, you know, if you're going to drink, you might as well start drinking early.
So you got the best spot here under this tree.
That's right.
You got here early, that was good. You're locals?
Yeah, we are. We
You
are.
signed up for this thing?
Yeah, that's right. We live right down the street and got this fine vehicle here. It's only got 310,000 miles on it. Of course, we had to double the value. We bought 2 new tires in the back, you know, so, but we'll drop that couch off about anywhere you want.
Oh,
On the island.
On the island.
Only on the island.
Yeah, I don't know if we can climb the bridge.
We don't do OTB, which is over the bridge. We don't do that.
I imagine if you just cruise through Valet at the Ritz-Carlton Resort, you could probably sell the couch like that.
They come
They're
right up to
clamoring
you.
for a rolling yard sale.
They bow their
we
hats.
should do that.
Yeah,
We should do that this
We'll
afternoon.
take the seat in the back. Thank you for bringing your truck. That's hilarious. You guys have great spirit for this.
All right, take care.
Probably took you longer to get here.
Big deal. They're taking our enclave, and I get this.
That's right.
Moving on through the American class, how can you not have an AMC Eagle?
Yeah.
Love it. An 84 AMC. Is this belong to one of you guys?
No, my buddy.
Is that you? The owner is not present, so we can't talk to the owner. But AMC Eagles are really incredible. They're actually very capable in certain circles, and this one looks like it has been capable in a lot of mud over the years. Awesome. The Edsel Club of Florida actually called last night at 11 o'clock and left a message for Alan and said, "Is it too late to bring a car?" The answer, of course, was no. How can you have a Lemons without an Edsel? Although, kind of tongue-in-cheek, because that's a really, really nice. We love the Edsel. So, why do you think an Edsel fits at Lemons? There's a lot of weird stuff here. I think that's a really pretty car. Like, it's lemon yellow. It's lemon yellow.
So it fits for that, and it's just one of those unusual cars. You know, they're only in production 3 years. And people made fun of them when they were new. Not so much now, but then. And you know, so it had that lemon kind of, you know, image for a long time. Not so much these days, but you know, way back then.
So do you feel like the reputation even then was undeserved? It was really just the competition of it and the way it was marketed. We really killed it.
It just came out at the wrong time. You know, they brought it out as a mid-range car to compete with Dodge and Buick and Oldsmobile, and those sales crashed in '58 when the car came out. Pontiac was down 60%. You know, so they came out at a time when the market they were aiming for just had collapsed. It wasn't strong. '58 was a recession year, and that's just how it worked. But you know, really, the car's been terrific. I've driven it to Dearborn for 25th production anniversary, for 50th production anniversary.
Great.
It's been all over the country.
Good.
For shows. Yeah, it drives great.
Well, thank you for bringing it here to Lemons.
Sure thing.
Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. We continue on. We'll round out the American class here with a very rare Saturn.
Magnificent SC2.
It's a magnificent SC2. It's a 95.
Yes.
Kind of a late model. So was there a rare option with this car, or you just love this because this is the one that's got, does it have one door on the other side or something?
No.
That was it was a different model?
Bizarre as that.
I like the fact that you've just got a little bit of a wink happening there.
No, it's nothing. It's a minor security / design flaw when they designed it.
Okay.
So when you break this car, due to the fact that someone in front of you, inconsiderately I might add, all of a sudden decided to brake, you're never exactly sure whether it's going to all of a sudden pull to the left or the right.
All right.
It just does that. So this was not my fault, unfortunately.
Where are you from? I detect an accent. We have an international component to the show?
There is an accent.
Yes?
South African. That would make me a African American. Just, you can cut that out.
This is live. Thank you very much. This is really great. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you bringing the Saturns. Very cool. And we got a race car here. Full race. Again, Grassroots Motorsports, friends of ours. This has seen some track time. I think they said this was the owner's not over here by it, but this one. Do you remember the story on this? This is like a race option on this car.
Yes.
This is a factory, kind of a factory lightweight or something.
It's a Saturn Ion Redline competition package, which you're never going to hear competition Saturn put together anywhere but here at the Concours de Le Mans.
Right.
So basically, what it is, it's a Saab 9.5 with Saturn stuff all over it. I mean, it's a supercharged 2-liter engine, straight out of Saab. All the rear end stuff is Saab. And if you notice, you check out the doors. Come look at this.
I'd like to see the doors. I know they open a little funny, right?
This one opens, and so does this one.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's what I thought. These had a little funny door on the back too, but that was a different year for these, I guess.
Now, you want to be able to open this door so you can fit into the rear seat. Now, who fits back there? I don't know, and why they bothered to put a door so you can access the 6 inches of leg space back there.
Yeah.
But, they did.
That's pretty fun.
So, yeah, it is a manual, supercharged car. Why wouldn't you make it into a competition car?
Yeah. Well, actually, this is great timing, Alan.
Yeah.
Because this is a celebrity. He is the owner of Concours de Lemons.
Not the owner. I'm the head gasket.
The head gasket.
Yes.
And we've done these together during Pebble Beach Week.
Yep.
Concours of America at St. John's.
Yep.
Where else do you put these on around the country?
This is our inaugural event here at Amelia Island. So basically, we are ruining every major concours in the country at this point. And we also do one in England. Haggerty, UK does one there called the Festival of the Unexceptional.
Right.
And we do one in Australia as well. And we had to add a class down there called Cobbled Together Kangaroo Carts. And boy, they show up. Let me tell you, you think there's some janky stuff around here? Wait till you see the Australian cars.
Some utes?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, we have a lot some down there with
That's
them.
awesome. Well, everybody's having a great time here. They always do.
Yep.
And for an inaugural event, I see a lot of smiles.
There's some weird stuff, there's some horrible stuff, and there's some really neat stuff. That's pretty cool over there. Go check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Jeff Lane brought this from the Lane Motor Museum, and this is a bodiless Citroen Deux Chevaux. So they've been driving this around all over the island, and it's epic. I mean, the ultimate convertible. You've got nothing in between you and the wind the whole way. It's fully operational. It's the whole car, just without a body. So,
What kind of motor is that?
that is a 2-stroke 4-cylinder, I think. Were those 2 strokes? I don't know. Jeff's not standing over here, but it's maybe somebody on our Facebook audience would know. But it is a horizontally opposed 4-cylinder. Now, what's neat about the way these things drive, you can see how the shifter comes almost straight out to this. So as you're driving, you sort of pull it out and up and over for shifting. So it's a really unique feeling when you're driving this thing kind of out and in instead of up and down. So it's really very cool. But Jeff's a great friend of Hagerty. Love the guy. He's got the craziest museum you've ever seen in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you're ever in Nashville and you want to go to the Lane Motor Museum, look it up. You will not be disappointed. We're going this way. Mr. Clark, how are you? We're going to go through Japanese soul-sucking appliances real quick, which is really funny. The Toyota Tacoma here was a late entry. Anybody that's actually pulling lawn equipment that stops and says, hey, I love the show, we allow them to drop the lawn equipment and come on in, which is what happened here. So the Tacoma is in regular daily use, but we love it. The 99. Is this you? That's right, this is you. So we also tried to get you to bring in the riding tractor. We thought that would be really funny.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find the proper class for it.
It's a little hard to judge.
Didn't have the agrarian look. It was too modern. But this, did you buy this new? Do you own this with Fast Down from the family?
This was actually free because I drug it out of the woods.
It was free.
Yeah.
That's why people like this get to bring this in. It was free. You dragged it out of the woods. You are truly a leminer.
Multiple lower ball joint failures, stuck it in the woods.
Great.
And we've slowly been reviving it since then. 291,000 miles.
Nice.
Runs like a dream.
You might have the second high mile. You got 310 on the F250 over there, or F150. You're in. You got to go start doing hot laps around the island.
It's slowly coming up. I've put probably 8,000 miles on it in the 2 years I've had it.
Okay.
So it's coming along.
Sort of, just collector use. I get it. That's really fun. All right, we're wandering. All right. We have a your classic Crown Vic. We couldn't get this back into the area, but we thought this would be really funny to have this. You should see the brake lights coming on. When people coming down this way and they think there's a police officer doing a speed trap over here. It's really pretty good.
Paul Casarone. I live in Auburn, Alabama.
So this is the Italian class
that whole website
in its entirety. There should be a lot of other Italian cars. There's a lot of suspicious Italian cars that have been made. They didn't get here today. But the owner of this, we're doing a live stream, and we'd love to talk to you for just 1 second. Would you mind?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So this is a Furvis Ranger?
Furvis Ranger, that's correct.
I don't know if anybody else has ever seen one of these things. I never have. Is this the only one that exists?
No, we have 2 of them, as a matter of fact. We have one at the Florida house and one in California.
So did they used to be one bigger car and you cut it in half, or how did you get 2?
No, they actually made over 500 of them.
Really?
And they were designed by a Ferrari member.
Okay.
Carlo Ferrari.
All right.
Not Enzo.
There it is.
Everybody loves this car except other Ferrari owners.
You've got Scuderia shields on there. I mean, that's appropriate.
Well, we wanted to come out and represent Ferrari here today because we know that's not a
model. We're at a burnout contest in the Lincoln rental car class.
We don't have too many Ferraris in London, so we thought they should be represented.
There are a lot. I've got a 308 that would fit in here very appropriately when the windows would use.
Good. These are actually, they were built at Ferrari. They were designed by Ferrari. They are on a Fiat 600 chassis.
Okay.
And the power plant is the Fiat Venerable 2-cylinder air-cooled motor.
Cool.
And they built them both in 2- and 4-wheel drive, which is pretty amazing.
So what's this one?
This is a 2-wheel drive.
Okay.
And you can put 4 people in it, put the top down. The doors actually will lift straight off. and the windshield folds flat.
Oh, how fun.
If you want that wind in your hair feeling,
Oh,
you can get it with this
You've
car.
been doing it a lot.
Yes, I have. It blew it right off.
Thank you very much. That's very cool. Appreciate the story.
My pleasure.
Good. All right. So that handles the Italian class. Let's go over here to the Carlton wagons. So we have 3 German cars here. The old bus, right? Volkswagens. What do we have? We have a 70 camper. Is this you? Is this yours? The owner from this was around. This one's had a lot of use, and we love this. Look, it is rusting just about everywhere you could rust. He's even used old pieces of license plates, different ways to cover. My guess is that used to be a vent. Some of these, like if they were outfitted with a stove, they'd have vents and other things out there. But the owner of this has driven this literally everywhere. They camp in it, they have a ball in it. And I love when you see cars with these old stickers in it. And the idea is just to keep it mechanically sound and just let the rest of it, let nature take its course on the rest. It's really fun. So, love it. We've got a 944 that was is owned by this gentleman here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, Brad.
Now look, we were at work reunion yesterday. We were talking.
Yeah.
944s are really popular. Transaxle cars are going through the roof. Everybody loves them.
Yes.
You are keeping yours in, shall we say, unrestored condition.
Yes.
Yeah. So what
I
do
like
you love about
patina.
it?
I like patina.
So how did it get this way?
So I bought the car about 10 years ago. It had 90,000 miles on it. There's almost 230,000 miles on it.
Okay.
For many years I had more than one car, but for many years it was my daily driver, and I would drive 600 or 700 miles a week with it. I still regularly drive this up to Ohio in like summer for like a weekend.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just the way it is. You know, a friend of mine had the car. He bought the car and he was going to replace his other 944 and decided to keep that one. He was like, "Hey, would you want the 16 valve instead of the 8 valve?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll have that." So you know, extra 40 horsepower.
Okay.
And I put the dent in here myself with one of my other cars.
Now that is a badge of honor.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you back in or knock into one of your own other cars,
yes.
that is an honorable way to get it done.
So I can tell you that this is exactly the height of a 99 Chevy Tahoe front bumper. And it's funny because most people don't notice it until I actually point it out to them.
Well, it looks like a little aerodynamic tweak,
Yes,
right?
it
You're
does,
getting a little extra through
I'll
there.
have to do
you
some
know?
flow paint on it or something like that, you know, and see like if it's better than that size.
You could,
So-
what do you tape those little cotton strands to it?
Oh
right?
yeah, I could do that. Like mount my GoPro out there or something like
It's
that.
a lot of options.
So, but yeah, I mean, and the car sits outside. I don't have a garage for it. I live here on the island,
So you're local right here to Amelia Island.
there's like sand, you know.
Right, that's good for it long term.
It's good for it long term. You know, you can see all the rust everywhere.
Well, thank you very much. It's very,
Thank
very
you.
cool.
Yeah.
And so we only have my car. This is the Carrera that we drove down on Amelia Island or bust. Our tour master Dave. It's a lemon because it's very tired right now. It's absolutely covered in dirt, and it's still burning. It's burning a little more oil than it did before we left. So we're gonna look at the valve guides, perhaps. And now our finale here at the moment. We got a couple other cars. I think we got a Vega, a Cosworth Vega maybe, or regular. We'll have to look. Those guys always have a big showing at one of these in Detroit. But for Japanese cars, we've got a Subaru rally car. You guys want to tell us about your rally car? Come on. I see, we already noticed earlier that it's really built to last.
Oh, it is.
You know, I mean, I'd be very comfortable running into any giant bovine or a wall or a brush pile with that. Does this represent the solidity of the whole vehicle?
The grill is structural, so that's what holds it in.
Oh, good. You got extra sheet metal screws in it to tweaking it. So what's all this? Is this a race team? The Gambler 500, right? Tell us about running that thing. Is that fun?
This is going to be our first year. It's our first Gambler in Florida.
Okay.
And so we have no idea what we're getting into.
So what's the idea behind the Gambler quickly? What does it do? You're going where are you going? Out in the desert with this thing somewhere? Or?
It's through the Ocala National Forest here.
Okay.
So you buy $500-ish car.
Mm-hmm.
We got this for $8, and then do what you want to it. Basically, make it as sketch as you can.
Sure.
And just go for it. Nobody survives. So
nobody.
That's
what we want to do. Nobody
months.
survives.
Nobody gets out alive.
That's great. Well, is it tough to get a co-driver for that one?
He's just as stupid as I am.
That's great. You want friends that are as dumb as you.
Yep.
If we're not almost dying, is it really worth hanging out with them? I mean, come on.
Life's short, right? We're all going there, you know?
Everything we've done.
Everybody's got their own pace.
Everything we've done to this is purely cosmetic, so it shouldn't be that good off-road. So we'll see if we make it.
Good. Well, best of luck to you.
Need all I can get.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate it. This Datsun race car we like. Don's foreign car, Clearwater, Florida. Kind of like this. All right, look, this is your golden opportunity, guys. Okay?
Let me come running.
We're not ready for. We're doing judging in about half an hour, so they've already tried to pre-bribe me on the judge. So
refreshments.
Why don't you? Oh, thank you. Why don't we talk about what the judging process looks like? So let's say I was going to be judging your car, which I'll be doing later, and you've already given me beer.
Yes, sir.
I had chicken.
Oh, and you've got chicken.
Yeah,
that looks
like
well
a
cooked.
picnic back here.
That's fantastic.
And I've got money in the wallet. How much is it going to cost to bring one of those trophies home?
I don't know. It's this class is pretty tough. As they say.
It is. So,
you know.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, I'd probably go as high as $5. I don't want to affect my taxes. I don't want to bump into another bracket.
Well,
single bill or check?
Here we go, sir. Let me be sure for sure.
$10. Oh my God, I get capital gains. Get me on this one. So what's the story? Did you guys make this up? Is this a real truck from history? Tell us about why this is what it is.
What it was a friend. He started off the Odyssey on this. He sent me a picture of a Porsche on top of a Volkswagen camper that had been stretched out.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that would be really cool to take an old Datsun truck, stretch it out, and then use it for a transporter for my 510 240Z.
Yeah.
I wound up finding one, and then buying it, and it was a BOGO. I got 2 of them. So this was the lesser of the easy one to get running. Got it running, sat in it, drove it a little bit, and it's like, man, this is too small. So figured I'd just do it like the guys did at the Rolex races down in Daytona with the old Volkswagens. Looks like they had a race support vehicle for Brumos, drug it out of the barn. I wanted to do it, so I did it for the first 510 or Datsun that raced at the Rolex race.
Cool.
And it was done by Clearwater Datsun, and then Don's Foreign Car Service.
Well, we love
it. And Clearwater were the ones that put it together.
It's very cool. Really like the way that looks. I like the hand-painted nature of it. You know, when people put vinyl decals on stuff, it gets the message across, but it's just not the same. It's really fun to see it like that. And you guys did a lot of work to make it that way. That's cool.
Absolutely. The guy that did the paint work actually lives in my neighborhood and actually did the work for the Volkswagens out there at Daytona.
That's cool. Well, thank you very, very much.
Thank
I'll let
you.
you hang on to that and give it to me in the official judging.
When we're not being
thing,
filmed,
and I'll give you that right there. That's great.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we have this gentleman here. This is an original owner 88 CRX SI. Now look.
Yeah, that was the year I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me too. Nah. How about the fact that I've watched 3 people try to buy this car from you today? How many have actually really tried to buy it from you today?
No one's even really kicked the tires very hard.
Who needs to kick the tires? It's an 88 SI. That's a really great car.
I know.
Very minimal rust in it.
I don't want to sell it to a younger kid because they'll kill themselves.
These are epic cars.
Yeah,
CRX SIs were really cool.
The Pocket Rocket.
Sure.
And it was second SCCA only to Corvette in 1988.
So when you bought this new, was that on your mind? Was that what you were thinking? This is going to be an incredible performance car, or you just needed to get around a high mileage car?
No, it had 0 miles.
Well, like for economy.
Now, yeah, well, what the heck? It was fun to drive.
Sure.
And it's a fun car. But as you get older, it's not as much fun as it used to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't have all those amenities. And you occasionally have to throw stuff in, like I put $3,000 in it for air conditioning. So, you know.
You live in Florida?
I live right here.
Yeah, you could have gone up to 10,000 to have working air in Florida. I call any investment in air conditioning life-saving in this state.
To have it, even in the winter time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we love the car. It's a lot of fun to have here.
All right.
It's
Good
very
to be here.
clean. I don't know if that's going to work for you or against you here. Yeah, but it's awesome. All right. Now we got Subaru.
Yeah.
You're a bicycle bicyclist here in addition to a crazy lemons driver. You got stickers on here. You seem to get the spirit of this thing, right?
Yeah, I've been into lemons in general for a long time, and I've done a few of the races, but there's never been a Concours near me enough to be able to come. And like I've had this car for several years, and I sank entirely too much money into it. Yeah, it's been a good time, and I like to ride my bike. I brought my daughter with, who's in there.
Hi.
And so we thought maybe we'd be able to ride our bikes around Amelia a little bit as well.
Fun.
Yeah.
And the unicorn head. Would you maybe just touch on that?
It's an after Halloween sale.
All right.
And she's a big fan of unicorns, so I decided I was going to bring it with as a unicorn on top of my unicorn. You know, 5-speed 4-door Justy.
Now I would think this is actually a car that's really capable, right? It's lightweight, playing around. Now, can you do sand in this, or is this mostly for rocky roads? Like, what do you like to use the four-wheel drive aspect for? Just getting out and
I'm actually the mountain bike trails are all like have parking lots around here because this is Florida. But there's you can drive on the beach in Daytona, and that's where I live.
Yeah.
So I've driven this on the beach. It can handle the sand really well.
Do you air down for that?
I haven't thought to. I haven't needed to, fortunately.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I live near a beach in Maryland.
Okay.
And there's an OSV area, and what they do is you have to air down to about 10 pounds.
Oh, sure.
And that helps. This, I don't know. I don't know what that would leave you with on this. You just be a little tiny squishy contact. On a big rig, it's better.
Yeah.
But I love it. Thanks for being here. This is great.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to continue wandering around. We had a few more cars show up, but this is the gist of Concours de Lemons. Just fun people, everyone kind of celebrating the goofiness of this whole thing. This is going to grow. They've already pointed that if they wanted to bush hog this, they could actually have about 3 times as many cars here, and I do not think there's going to be a problem filling more of these for next year. So we wish everybody the best of luck with this. We love being a part of this. There's room for high, low, and middle in the collector car hobby. Haggerty loves being a part of all of it. Just whatever you have, get out and drive. It's so much fun. All right, we'll give you more updates later. See ya.